Hello and welcome to this week's twin flame reading for the Divine Feminine. This is for the week of February 23rd, Sunday, February 23rd to Saturday, February 29th. Okay. So, in this reading, I will be using the Rider-Waite deck. The Tarot of Sexual Magic, so beware, this is a little explicit, but I'm not going to really be doing anything sexual if I have sexual things come through. I might kind of use a euphemism or two, but I'm not going to really read into anything sexual. And I also have, don't know who this is by, Tarot Favole, if I'm pronouncing that right. It's by, the illustrations, at least, are by Victoria Francis. And I've picked out all of the major arcana, plus we have the knaves through kings and the aces in here. But most of the minor arcana I have picked out of here. So it's mostly just big picture stuff that I'll be taking from that deck. I'll also be using the Affirmators deck by Knock Knock and the Native Spirit deck by Denise Linn. And unlike some of my other readings on my channel and all of the readings as of me recording this right now, I won't be using my charms, but in the future, if you would like me to start incorporating charms, I will definitely do that. Okay. Also, if you see my foot poke out, I am sitting on the floor and I do I strained something, so I gotta be careful with my foot and just keep my foot comfortable while I am reading. Okay. What does the Divine Feminine need to know about herself and her connection to her Divine Feminine for this coming week? Ooh. Okay. I know you probably can't see all of these cards, but I want to do a lot for these readings because it's definitely the twin flame stuff that got me into reading. Like, actually got me into the motion of taking my shot at reading. Okay. Divine Feminine, you are working very hard to get what you want. right now, I feel like you're making the right decisions even if your life isn't shaping into the form that you want it to shape into. Especially when it comes to your divine masculine, your divine counterpart. I do feel like if you are in communication, then perhaps it's just a friendship and things aren't moving how you'd like it to move. You're not in a relationship, perhaps. I mean, if you are in a relationship, perhaps it's very slow or you're out of that honeymoon phase. But I feel like most of you aren't in communication, like with most twin flames who are watching readings. Most of you guys are not in communication, or if you are, you're not in union, and that union isn't always going to come. At least not when you want it to. And I don't feel like it's coming soon. You're definitely still working towards it, and I feel like there will be breakthroughs soon. There may be a small breakthrough this week, like maybe a quick, like, I love you, or I care about you, like, are you okay? Like, checking in on you. Just something small. It's going to mean a lot to you. I feel it could be coming in this week. And you're definitely working on yourself, and by working on yourself, you are bringing all these good things into fruition, because if you're doing good, your twin's probably doing good. If your twin's not doing good, you're probably not doing too good yourself. But I feel like you're doing good, because the devil is in reverse here. Maybe you have a partner, your divine partner just broke it off with a karmic. That is very possible. Oh, I'm gonna put that up here. Perhaps keep working? I feel as though your partner wants you to, it's just not the right time for them to do this. They have other things that they must do first to make themselves happy before they can be happy with you. What you need to do is keep working hard and don't quit working. It might be a struggle, but I feel as though your partner is seeing the truth better than you are. Even if your partner is missing a point, perhaps they're not listening to you as clearly as they should be listening to you. They still see the situation more clearly for what it is than you are. And you're just trying your hardest to figure out, how can I do this? How can I work on myself to do this? And your partner is kind of looking at you like, keep doing what you're doing. I want you to better yourself, and I want you to be happy, because I, myself, as in like I, myself, the divine masculine, am working to better myself. I have to work on myself. So I want you to work on yourself. He wants you to work on yourself. You're working on yourself to further this union, to bring it closer to fruition. You need to work on yourself because you want to work on yourself, is what I'm getting at. And he knows that, or his higher self knows that. These aren't decisions that you're going to really have time to make, because your spirit guides, they are just coming through like work, work, work. Get it done. You have this. You have everything you need right now to do what you need to be doing, and you know what you need to be doing, and you need to be doing that. And if you're putting yourself down, stop putting yourself down. Especially if you're doing it in front of your divine masculine. Because, even if you're not doing it in front of him, you kind of still are, because your energy is always connected. His higher self and your higher self are always talking and chatting and knows what's going on. Your intentions, your true intentions, you know each other's true intentions. Your higher selves do. Look to your higher self. If you don't know what to do, your higher self has an idea and can at least hint you in the right direction, even though I feel like, at least in my own experience and the people I know's experiences, if we listen to our higher self, it just hints us in the right direction. It doesn't always tell us directly. But if you really need it, it's going to tell you directly. Or, well, you're going to tell yourself directly. Or your spirit guides. You can, if you want to, get in touch with your twin flame spirit guides. I feel like that is an option at this time. And I mean, you can always talk to other people's spirit guides, but that's if they are willing to talk to you. And I feel like the spirit guides of your twin flame are willing to talk to you because, of course, and normally your twin flame spirit guides are going to be willing to talk to you if you're going in a positive direction, or even if you're not, because they want this to happen for them too. They want you both to be happy. Despite all of the lessons you have to learn from each other, they'll help you out too. Even if they aren't your spirit guides, they're going to help you out, because by helping you out, they're helping out the human soul, which is your divine masculine, out at the same time, even if it isn't really obviously seen. And I also feel like if you listen to your heart chakra and you clear your throat chakra, you'll be able to better connect and understand your twin flame. And if you make sure that your solar plexus is open as well, I feel like your twin can kind of get in there and help you out as well. But also maybe try to help them clear their chakras. You can help each other clear your chakras because you're that close to your twin flame. Spiritually, just imagine yourself like standing next to them, or in some way that your chakras are aligned and like right up next to each other's. And just see the energy flowing and clearing. And you can go in to their system, connect to their system. If they are willing, and normally they are, you're always really close to your twin flame. And help them clear out those chakras. And they might help you clear out your chakras as well. Just depends on where they are spiritually and if they can do that. You know, if they're aware of it, they might not be. Because all I can pick up on is higher self kind of energies when it comes to the partner that we were talking about in question, the divine masculine. Who I feel might have gone through something recently, so maybe be soft with that. Especially if he got out of a relationship recently, be soft with that. I don't feel like you are. But just a reminder, be soft with him. Be gentle. Listen to him if he needs to talk. This is a healing process, and make it be known that you are there for him. You care for him. And I mean, this could be a her, just divine masculine. I just use he pronouns because it's just comes straight to my head, but whatever your twin flame divine partner's pronouns are, that's who I'm talking about. Even if I say he, him, whatever. Make sure they know that you care about them and you love them and you're always there for them. You know, platonically speaking, maybe if they want more, be there for them in those other ways. It really just depends on your relationship, but I feel like platonically speaking is the most important way you can be there for them right now and make sure they know that you love them. You are there for them. You care for them. They can talk to you. They can trust you. You're always going to be there for them. Make sure they know that if they've gone through something. Okay. Okay. I definitely have the feeling like he feels like he can't physically touch you or be with you, and that he wants that. Cards like to come out in threes today for this week, too, I guess. Oh, twos. Okay. Anything else? Mentally, I saw this card come out over here. I don't know why. And it's not because you have like these two people in the background, this one in the front. But definitely, your twin flame divine masculine is being very introverted right now. Perhaps he's not really being too forthcoming right now with how he's feeling. He sees you being very happy, I feel. But like he feels like he can't touch you. He feels like he can't be with you. He wants to hold you, I feel. Or maybe he wants to be held. And perhaps even feels like things aren't necessarily going the way he wants them to. And with all of the food and greenery present, I feel like he sees you specifically as being abundant, even though he wants you to be abundant together. And this is definitely more physical and what your twin flame is feeling more consciously and subconsciously, not necessarily just their higher self. I feel like he really likes your back as well. All of the back, the open backs. I do feel like he feels as though you've looked in the other direction for a very long time. Perhaps he just came back around from this relationship, partnership, whatever he was dealing with, whatever he was in before. And he just kind of knows that you've always kind of looked out for him, even though he didn't really try to be there for you. And he watched you too. But it was for different reasons, I feel, and I can't pick up on what those are. So he's definitely hiding what those reasons are. But I feel like after this relationship, he didn't go searching for you. You didn't go searching for him. It just was. And he needs that help to feel better, and you should help him out. Let him know you're there for him. Let him know you care about him. You want him to be okay. You want him to talk to you if there's anything wrong, that he can trust you to just be a listening ear and not have to judge him if anything comes up that, perhaps you might judge him for, because he may be afraid of you judging him for something. Maybe he feels like what you had before, if you had anything before, maybe he feels like that's lost. When it's not lost, it's still there. It's just not there in the same way it was. And he's expecting it to be there he expects it to be gone because he doesn't see it there in the same way. But it's still there, it's just there in a different way. And it needs to be brought more to the surface. And perhaps you need to take this opportunity, take any opportunity you have to reach out to him. Part of me is saying maybe go ahead and just send them memes. If, that's something you would do normally. Send them memes to make them feel better. Or jokes, or funny videos. Maybe just your condolences. Maybe if you want to, a poem. Because right now I'm looking at a poem book I have on my shelf. And the cover of it has the same art as a card in the Romance Angels deck by, I believe it's During Virtue. I'm so sorry if I have the wrong one for that. I don't have that deck. I want the Romance Angels deck. But it's the same, unicorn sitting there. And I don't know what card that is. But maybe you know what card that is. And maybe that's significant. Unicorns in general could be significant as well. There's definitely love here. But right now it's slow. Because your partner is healing and your partner needs you. And it needs to be very gentle. despite how the Knight of Swords may seem not gentle. I mean, that more has to do with their intentions before being a lot different than yours. And I don't know what those are. Like, I'm just blocked from what those intentions are or could be. Like, they're stopping me. I can't get there. But maybe you can get there. Yeah. Perhaps birds are important. If birds are going to stand out, two things with wings. I'm feeling that you should set your intentions. Set your intentions and what you want to do. Because there is nothing but love here. It just needs to be very soft right now. And you need to be very honest right now. And I definitely feel like he's not being as honest as he could be with his feelings. But that I do believe that is important for him to keep those back while he is healing from this previous relationship or partnership that he has had, because he wants to be able to love you right. He wants to be able to treat you right once he heals from this and once he feels ready to have something more with you. So that's why he's holding back on anything really romantic right now, because he wants to make sure everything's right when that does happen. He wants to make sure everything's in the right place and coming from the right place, and that he is in a healthy mental and emotional mindset to have a relationship in the future. Right now in your twin flame journey, and this is a darker deck, you're just going down this road with them right now. Anything can happen. But you're going down this road with them. You're seeing your partner's flaws as well. Somewhere in your path right now, there is this feeling that you need to keep your emotions in check. Yes, you're going down this road with your partner and anything can happen. But bad things can happen too. It is like an open coffin. I guess that's what coming through an open coffin. And you're just staring down into it. It's like it's endless. But that's just because that's how you're seeing it. Because your divine masculine and you are both at a time in your path together where you know so much about yourselves. You are so certain in certain aspects. But in other senses, you may feel very lost. And that can be a bit difficult because logically, you're trying to figure this out logically because you've tried to figure out all these other ways and you just need to have faith that things are going to happen how they're going to happen. Because your partner loves you and they want this future to work out. I feel like you are more uncertain than your partner. Your partner's probably feeling more lost than you do feel. You need to almost like extend a hand to your partner and be like, look, we got this. I may feel one way, but that doesn't change everything else. Because you may be feeling a bit, I don't know how to put this. Maybe you feel like something's going to go wrong again and you're going to lose communication with your partner again. Because I'm definitely feeling that you are the more spiritually in tune partner and you may fear this, you may fear that. You may be overlooking into things. You are a bit more worried, even though you are certain of your love for your partner. You're certain you care for them and you're certain of all these things. You know they're your twin flame. And you just know all of those emotions, positive and negative, that come with it. And your partner is just maybe possibly just starting to come to that this, whether they're coming to spiritually or not, they're coming to the realization that this relationship with you, regardless of how it stands, is something deeper. And maybe you need to help lead them on, but you need to be gentle. Because they are easily damaged right now, I feel you could easily say the wrong thing. And I do feel like they would forgive you. They would understand you weren't coming from a bad place. But it might still hurt. They need gentleness. They also need guidance. But you don't need to be aggressive with your guidance. Your guidance needs to be very soft as well. Because they need you in this time, and they need your help knowing what they need to do next. Be like their conscious sort of spirit guide. Because in a sense, you're guiding each other. You have this soul contract. You have soul contracts with your spirit guides as well. You need to fulfill this. This is you leading them on to lessons. You need to help lead them on to the lessons and next lessons that they need to learn. Lessons that you are also learning by doing this are present too. Okay. 2. The affirmators, which are always really hard for me to shuffle, but I'm going to attempt to shuffle them because otherwise I'll really mess up this, which is actually a headscarf. But it keeps me from picking up bits of hair because I shed like a dog when I'm doing these readings. Because normally I just put them out and spread them out because they are just flimsy cardboard with a little sort of coating on them to keep them lasting longer. Like half as thick as playing cards, I'd say. Pretty flimsy, but they're nice cards. I like them. And they're very positive. I love the positivity in these cards. Okay. What does the Divine Feminine need to hear in this time? Okay. Anything else Divine Feminine needs to hear at this time? Okay, then that's a lot. But I'll take it. It's only 4. Okay, that's more than I thought. Well, we have bonus cards here. Well, just one bonus card. Okay. Wonder. It's a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder, and when I'm a good audience to my life becomes better and better theater. When something delightful happens, I can shout encore and be tickled when it happens again. When something maddening happens, I can laugh it off. Either way, I'm glad I got a ticket to the show. Peacefulness. I have a peaceful, tranquil, and untroubled heart. This is where I choose to spend my time. I can bring guests, but any person, thought, or event that brings drama or chaos is not invited. My heart is a special property, and I'm going to keep it that way so we can all keep enjoying it and I can get my security deposit back. Personal growth. As I move towards greater consciousness, I feel old thoughts and habits fall away, like training wheels on a bike. They help me get to where I am, but now that I can ride, I don't need those slow and crummy wheels, except when I'm making bike analogies. Positive thinking. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want, and I take a lawnmower to that jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener. Clarity. Stopping to listen to my inner self, I can easily separate my intuition from my mental chatter. The clarity of my intuition is a sweet, simple fruit that tastes familiar, and the mental chatter is a confusing, bitter rind that I shall peel off and chuck into the garbage, or compost heap if your mental chatter happens to be organic. Get centered. When it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to my center. In my center, I have the wisdom and tranquility of a favorite animal. Holding a magical item. Floating through space on a piece of furniture. So yeah, think about what little options you'd put there. Forgiveness. This is the bonus card. Congratulations. You've been given one of the most powerful superpowers there is. Forgiveness. Imagine that you've been bitten by a radioactive forgiver. The point is, you suddenly have the ability to forgive people for their flaws, their bad days, their unkind moments, and their mistakes. And the best thing about forgiveness is that you can apply it to yourself too. Have fun wielding your new power. But remember, with great forgiveness comes great inner peace. Maybe you need to forgive your partner for something they did. I feel. Everyone's a teacher. Everyone I cross paths with is a teacher in that moment. The ones who give me the fun lessons are the ones I call friends. The ones who give me the hard lessons I sometimes call a-holes. They've chosen a tough job, but someone's got to do it. So today, I'm thanking all the a-holes. Thank you, a-holes, for playing your part in making me a better person. Great cards. And I hope you heard something that helps you feel like you got your stuff together, that you're going to get your stuff on track if that's what you need to do. Okay. Now, for the Native Spirit deck, it definitely gives a lot of guidance and wisdom, and I do use the guidebook for this. So, before I shuffle the cards and I pull them, I want you to close your eyes and think. What are your intentions with your twin flame? What is it that you want to do right now to get there? Is what you want to do going to be something along the lines of bettering yourself for yourself? Bettering yourself for your twin flame? Are you wondering how you can do those things? Are you wondering how you can help your twin flame in their current situation? Whatever your question is, keep it in mind. And what comes out in these cards is the advice from Spirit, Creator, ancestors, whomever, on how to help you get there. Okay. Anything else? Is this a card or no? Okay, lots of cards. This is going to take me a while. I do not know how long. So stick with me. Lots of advice. Take what you need to take. There are lots of questions that could be, that people could have asked. Your own question, other people's questions. And these are those answers. Remember, not everything's going to be for you. I'm going to try to go in alphabetical order here. Just to make it easier finding them in the book. And I may read a little speedy because I want to make sure that I have enough space on my space on my phone for this video because of how I make these videos. Okay. Ancestors, we have birds. I'm noticing birds. Maybe birds are important. Card meaning. Wisdom is blossoming. Even if there are unsettled situations in your life, there's a reason for it, and much good will occur as a result. Your ancestors are sending you incredible support to fulfill your dreams. Be aware of the coincidences, signs, and synchronicities around you. Watch for messages from your forebears. No matter what's occurring on the surface of your life, your prayers are being answered in mysterious ways beyond your awareness. Your native spirit wants you to know. There's wisdom that dwells deep within yourselves that's a spiritual bequest from your ancestors. This wisdom has come not only from your forebears' joyous, carefree times, but has also bloomed from their failures, deflated dreams, and seemingly wrong turns in life. Part of their message to you is to cherish every experience, for all of it will deepen your wisdom, compassion, and understanding as it did theirs. Also know that there is an innate wisdom within you, always. It's simply a matter of turning within in order to access it. Native people always call on their ancestors for support. To ask for their help is to walk the native path. Sometimes you may be so focused on what's outside you that you forget that wisdom is available to you from the spirit of your ancestors. Be willing to ask, for they want to support you. The journey. Imagine that you're traveling back in time to communicate and connect with a gathering of your ancestors. On this meditation journey, there might be one or two particular forebears who seem to reach out to you at different times in your life. Different predecessors will be sending you support. Give thanks for their support. The more gratitude you have for their help, the more they send you blessings and guidance. Okay. Answering the call. Card meaning. You've been called. If you've been waiting for your life to shift, the waiting is over. Your true and authentic life is happening. If you've been hoping for a sign, this is it. Right now, your spirit guides, ancestors, and loved ones who have passed on are sending you messages, love, and healing. You've been called, and a gateway is opening for communications from these spirit realms. Now and in the days ahead, signs from spirit will be all around you. Watch for them. Your native spirit wants you to know. Indigenous people look to the clouds, the winds, and the movement of animals to discern secret messages from the Creator. In native traditions, life is ruled by signs. Right now, your spirit helpers are telling you that this is your time. The waiting is over. Sometimes we spend so much time waiting for life to happen that we miss the joy in the moment. Cherish the here and now. And you know that no matter what concerns you may have, in the deepest sense, you are ready. Believe. Follow the signs, and miracles will abound. Your time is now. The journey. Look for signs. They are all around you. The feather that alights at your feet, the penny that mysteriously appears, or the rainbow splashed across the sky may be a sign that spirit is trying to get your attention. Watch your dreams. Messages from spirit are often conveyed in the nocturnal hours. Okay. Freedom Horse. Card meaning. Let your spirit fly. Do not hold back. Break free and express yourself. Flaunt your stuff. Dance, laugh, explore, and go beyond predictable behavior. Get out of the rut. You don't need to fit the mold. Be daring. Fling your arms to the heavens in joy. Your native spirit wants you to know. The horse allowed the natives of Americas and Mongolia to travel great distances with ease. The horse also carried their supplies, which additionally granted freedom to those ancient peoples. This card chose you to remind you that you aren't here to be ordinary, but to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Don't allow yourself to be trapped by convention or the expectations of others. You have the ability to choose your life on your terms. Replace the phrase "I should" with "I could." But I chose not to at this time. Perhaps you aren't always free to create the exact circumstances of your life, but you're certainly able to decide what meaning you give those situations. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to break free. The journey. The way you use your body can change your state. Put on music and dance with wild abandon. As you do so, this sends a powerful message to your subconscious that you are indeed truly free. Okay. Gathering your tribe. Card meaning. Gonna take a drink first. Stay hydrated. Always always important to stay hydrated. Treat your physical body right. Okay. Gathering your tribe, card meaning, you are loved and you are lovable. You deserve love. Support in all forms is flowing to you. You can relax. There's so much love around you. Communicate from your heart. Share your truth. You are safe. Diminish your time with those who do not empower you or believe in you. Your native spirit wants you to know. If the Gathering Your Tribe card chooses you, this means that sustenance in all forms is flowing into your life. Your people are those who resonate with you. Your people can include animals, plants, minerals, and trees, as well as people. Be willing to ask for what you want in life. This is the time to put your needs before the needs of others. Your tribe is waiting to support and nurture you. As you nurture yourself, sometimes your friends are more your family than blood relatives. Find your people and cherish them. Your vibe attracts your tribe. The journey. Spend time with friends and family members who see the best in you. Don't spend time with dream stompers. Take classes. Share meals. Take time to find your people. You will live longer and be happier. Peace pipe. Card meaning. Heal old wounds with people and situations. Carefully do whatever you need to do to make amends. Forgive yourself and forgive others. It's time you no longer need to carry the burden. You are a mender. Help others mend bridges in their lives. You bring peace to the world. Your native spirit wants you to know. In native traditions, sharing a peace pipe filled with sacred tobacco and herbs was a way of finding common ground and dropping discord. It was a respite in order to calmly assess a situation and find a peaceful resolve. There are times to drop everything and leave. There are also times to carefully mend bridges with people, situations, and places. This is one of those healing times. Maybe there's a wound inside you that needs to be forgiven or accepted. Maybe you need to forgive yourself or forgive another. Transform the inner grievance. Do it now. You don't need to forgive the act, but there's power in forgiving the person. You no longer need to carry it with you. Perhaps there is a person from your past with whom you should reconnect. You know what you need to do. This is the time to do it. The journey. Write down the answer to these questions. If there is an area of my life to which I need to bring peace, what might it be? What's the first step that I need to take towards resolving a rift with another or a feeling of unfinished regarding a person or situation? Then take action. Spirit of air. Card meaning. Clarity. Expansive perception of life is emerging. You're being advised to see life from a higher perspective. Clear out mental clutter. Breathe. All is well. Do not be concerned. The cobwebs are being cleared away. Communicate your truth. Take care of details. Pay attention and don't let things slip through the cracks. Take time to hear the truth of others. Spirit is whispering to you. Open your mind to see a situation in new light. Your native spirit wants you to know. The spirit of air represents the mental aspect of your life. It's the part that has the capacity to discern, analyze, organize, evaluate, and judge. Though seemingly subtle and unseen, air is composed of the most rarefied energy fields, and we're in constant communion with the vast universe through our breath. The spirit of air carries the energy of change and transformation, inspiration, aspiration, mental clarity, freedom, perception, communion, and communication. The element of air also allows you to see situations from a higher perspective. This card can indicate that it's time to do some major clutter clearing and organizing. The journey. One of the most direct and powerful ways to receive messages from spirit is through the air spirit. The Cherokee people and many other native tribes believed that the winds were messengers sent by the Creator, and they carried information from the sacred realms. When you go outdoors, notice the movement of the air across your skin, whether it is the subtlest breeze or the powerful wind of a storm. Take a moment to stop and listen, and get a sense of what messages it might have for you. And finally, we have Trickster. I do love the Trickster card. Very pretty. Okay. Card meaning. Things are not as they seem. Something that seems bad may be in fact good, or vice versa. Don't take everything at face value. Look beneath the surface. This card encourages you to try to find humor or gentle amusement in seemingly difficult situations. It also encourages you to have irrepressible fun. Step out of the mold. Your native spirit wants you to know. In indigenous traditions, there is the concept of the tricksters. In Native American tradition, the trickster is often depicted as Wile E. Coyote. But sometimes the trickster is a human called Heyoka. There is a light-hearted, fun aspect of the trickster, but there's also the caution to tread carefully, because things are not always as they seem. Be discerning. What appears to be a good opportunity may in fact not be. The wonderful aspect of this card choosing you is that it offers the opportunity to step out of the old, outmoded ways of perceiving yourself. The trickster allows you to see yourself in an entirely new way and asks you to step out of old routines and habits that might be keeping you stagnant. The journey. It might sound very strange, but the easiest way to activate the energy of this card is to howl like a coyote. If you can, it's even better to do it at night during the light of the full moon. This breaks up stagnant energies and brings in fresh vitality. Wonderful card. Wonderful reading. I hope you divine feminines found this helpful, or any divine masculines who are cross-watching this video. If you resonated, I'd love to hear how you resonated in the comments below. If you want to see more readings like this or readings for the signs, then please subscribe. And thank you for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you have an amazing week. I hope this helped you. And yeah. If you're interested in any of the decks, I know I listed them, but I got all these decks on Amazon except for the this deck, the Tarot Favole. But yeah, I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week, and thank you for watching.